Have you ever wondered why some Christians are able to maintain steadfast in their faith even during the worst of trials? It is because they have already been brought through the fire and God has been faithful. Suffering produces perseverance. Notice that Paul does not say we rejoice in our sufferings for suffering's sake. We rejoice because we are confident that our Heavenly Father knows. Hebrews 12:7 to 11 reads, "Endure hardship as a discipline. God is treating you as sons. For what son is not disciplined by his father? Our fathers disciplined us for a little while as they thought best, but God disciplines us for our good that we may share in his holiness. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." Suffering doesn't automatically produce perseverance. As John Calvin says, suffering provokes a great part of mankind to murmur against God and even to curse Him. But suffering produces perseverance when we continue to hold strong to our faith even in the midst of our trials. Suffering in faith produces perseverance. Not only that, but perseverance develops character. God is working the character of Christ in us through our trials. The word translated character here is also a word for proof. It means that we learn perseverance through our trials, our character is tested and approved by experience. The New English Bible translates it this way: suffering trains us to endure, and endurance brings proof that we have stood the test, and this proof is the ground of our hope. Let me read again. Suffering trains us to endure, and endurance brings proof that we have stood the test, and this proof is the ground of our hope. I like that. It is similar to what Job said in Job 23, verse 10. God knows the way that I take. When he has tested me, I will come forth as gold. This proof of our character is the ground of our hope. God is waiting and God is working in us. He's molding us to be like Christ. He's taking the common everyday sufferings that all people experience and He's turning that for our good. It is, in fact, preparing you and me for heaven, which is why Paul can say, "We rejoice in the hope of the glory of God." Romans 5:2. How many times have you hoped for something only to have your hopes dashed to the ground and shattered to pieces? That is the way hope in the world often goes. But Christian hope does not disappoint us. Once we have been tested, we know God's faithfulness. Therefore, we have hope in the present for future grace based on God's faithfulness in the past. So, suffering produces perseverance, perseverance produces character, and character hope. Everyone wants hope, but no one wants to suffer. But yet, it's only through our suffering that we get hope. Are you willing? Be blessed.